Hello, Toni.
Hi.
We're live now.
Oh, hi. Hello, Kat. Oh my gosh, my hair.
Hello, Priscilla. If you're still there, thank you for watching.
Hello. So I kind of
we've got a couple of viewers.
I put my kind of like my holographic banner.
I love the background.
Yeah, I just put kind of a holographic, the brain and the human body is right behind me, of course.
Yeah, and you've been healing people with the virus or something that's going on with that. Have you healed someone to do with the virus?
Oh, I have a. Okay, so I had a client come to me in the end of December, early January that had this. Like it started out with her son. Her son had it. Hi, Priscilla. Hi, Tara. So her son had it, but we didn't know that it was that at that time, right? So, yeah. So I did a scan on him, a bio scan, and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen a virus, or I've never seen anything like this. Are you sure? I would get him checked, because I thought, it looked like almost like leukemia or something that was foreign. So it was like, it was kind of foreign to me because of the blood vessel, the blood cells and all that stuff were different than I'm usually seeing, for healing. And so he was really bad. And then mom got it, and she got like that. It felt like her throat was so bad, and that it was so, so much pain. So it all started back at Christmas, after Christmas, and in January. And so they didn't get treated. They got treatment from me, of course, and then they couldn't really figure out what was going on with them at the hospital at that time. So yeah, I did some sessions, and I actually helped them heal pretty quick. But again, I'm used to seeing a different kind of format with cells, and the white cells and the red cells. And it was completely different. And I was worried that, that he might have cancer or something, and come to find out it was just this virus that's going around now.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing. I just want to say, excuse my background, everyone. I have to say I'm moving and it's a mess behind me. I don't have it set up at all. I've got no lights, nothing.
She's going to get a green screen like me.
I am getting a green screen. So my background compared to yours mine looks so bad at the
moment. so yeah.
Yeah. So you know what you look like?
Patrick,
what's the name from Star Wars? Say that.
Because Patrick just told me that right before I came on live.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I says, oh my God, I do not, right? I just wanted to be funny and put pigtails in today.
I love it.
So,
hello everyone watching.
Let's see. Wait, Priscilla, hi. Tara, hi. And then, Tim. Hi, Tim. So anyways, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. And I just got a testimony that came in an hour ago from a client that the doctors couldn't find out what was wrong with him for over a year. And this lady said, Toni has an amazing gift that has helped in the health of my husband. She has also helped to identify what is going on with his health, something which doctors haven't been able to do for over a year, but just try to mask the situation, the symptoms. She said, so basically she was able to do, but so symptoms with poisoning. His body was with medicine. Okay. So then she said things to him about his environment that only he knew, and he is a fireman. So, and that was causing the unexplained rashes on his body. She identified when it started, and my husband was impressed, she said. And at this time of the session, he was swollen, like his face and everything was swollen in his face, and still had some rashes that had appeared 2 days prior to that session. So a few hours after the session healing, his swelling reduced as well as his rashes. So she was able, so I was able to provide.
And your testimonies, where can people read your testimonies? They are up on the website now. But where else can people read your testimonies?
Oh yeah. So I got a lot of testimonies, but you know what's a weird thing is that since I am a global healer kind of thing, I had
twice. Yes.
I had 105 5-star review testimonies of my, from my intuitive readings to my medical, not medical, but my energy healing for, pain or whatever. So I had that for years, right? And then I got more, and I just accumulated more. But because of this virus that's going around, Facebook decided to take 37 of my reviews off.
Really? Well, I want to say that I have to tell everyone, you've healed me twice, stopped me twice having to go to hospital. I was about to go to hospital both times, and you healed me both times, and I still haven't been to hospital. And this was recent. This was like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, good. So it hasn't returned for the third time yet, or?
No.
Oh, good.
So you are amazing. Your healing, your energy is so amazing. What you do.
Well, thank you.
That's why you're the global healer, Toni the Global Healer, aren't you?
Yeah. So globally known, I've been doing it for a long time, but then people are like, "Well, she's globally known. I haven't heard of her, but it's just that I'm helping somebody in Peru right now that's in quarantine, which is awesome.
Priscilla said it's a true blessing what you've got.
Yeah, it's a blessing what God gave me for what I do, and I enjoy being that vehicle for spirit for me to be able to do what I do. But
if anyone wants to heal sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry, that was rude of me. If anyone wants to healing away from here, you can go to our website and have it privately with Toni. There's a link for the website above the video stream.
Yeah, so you could just book a session with me, or if you would like to have a mini reading or a healing, you could come on screen with us as a guest.
Yeah, of course, you can have it here too.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel someone in the audience wants something and they don't want it here. I just had to say that. That's why I said it.
Oh, gotcha. So what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I'm helping this girl in quarantine right now. She's in Peru, and I'm starting. She had one session with me. It was like she was so overblessed. And then she booked 3 sessions with me starting tomorrow.
Wow.
So she's can't wait for it. But yeah. So but people that they globally, know me from, New Zealand, Australia, Peru, South Africa. I even had a customer contact me, believe it or not, 3 months ago from China, who wanted their third eye activated. And that was just weird because, and they can't be on Facebook because I guess for some reason there's a restriction for that area or something for China. So they got a hold of me somehow from, I think, YouTube onto my email. So I was like, whoa, they heard about me all the way in China.
I have a prediction. It's just you're only scratching the surface of the world.
Oh gosh.
My prediction is you're gonna be huge. Your healing energy. I'm a witness to it. I'm a witness. You've healed me twice, stopping me going to hospital, and I've read other testimonies about you. You're amazing, and people will find out about you. Yeah, and the word will spread, and that's my prediction. And also, my other prediction is your tarot cards that you're designing are absolutely the most amazing cards I've ever seen. I will be using them on the show. And I predict going to bring you
working on them
status with those cards. Can I say what they have on them? The activation link.
Yeah, you can tell them.
On Toni's cards, there's an activation link, and it's It's never been done before. And they come with a book. Can you explain the activation code on the cards? What that means?
So it's light language codes that I get from the galactic side and the angelics. So it's like a code that I put on each individual card, so it charges it automatically. So you don't have to put it in the sun or the moon or smudge it or anything, because it'll be charging all the time.
That's amazing. And they're going to just sell one of my guys said they're going to sell like hotcakes. I don't like to say that phrase, but that's what.
And it's not like tarot cards. It's more like it's a mixture. It's just like 4 seasons. Like it's the fall, summer, spring, you know, all that, and then it's got the different meridians. You know, about 13 meridians in it. With light language codes on those too. Also, if you don't know, I'm very connected to Jesus, you know, Jesus Christ, and the DNA within my body as the covenant, as in Tav. So very connected to Jerusalem
And
and Egypt. So I'm very, I get like a lot of ancient stuff, like
Egypt,
like I've lived there before, and I was there before, and then I have like the covenant, you know, like the marking of God, because I got that word Tav in my DNA system, which is awesome. But maybe that's why I'm so close to energy healing, like that. So
sorry, you're being sent here for a purpose. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
I've got to explain that, don't I?
Definitely sent here for a purpose, because of my near-death experiences and what I have encountered and what I've seen on the other side, and then coming back with more giftings and more sensitivity from that near-death experience. So it wasn't time for me to leave, but God says, come back with my music, for one, the vibrations. So I tried to mimic the vibrations of the sounds in heavenly realms. So I call it the cosmic octave, you know, kind of thing, because everything, the people say, oh, heaven or whatever. Just, I always say the other side, you know, and everything has a song and everything has a vibration, a sound, but they all harmonize in unison. You know, they all are. It's a beautiful song, and I seen crystal walls and crystal tunnels and rainbow crystals and all that stuff. So I one day I'll start working on that book again, but it's been so, I lost it quite a few times, so it's pretty upset.
I just want to say to Tim Corman that we have an angel here for you watching our show.
Wait, is Tim my relative? He looks familiar.
Tara. I feel her around him, and I nearly got teary before, because she came to me last night.
Who's that?
His girlfriend died a few weeks ago. Well, how long ago was it, Tim?
Oh, his girlfriend died.
Yeah.
Oh, did she die from an overdose?
Tim, I'll have to ask him. Tim, she died, Tim, and I sort of know a little bit, but if he wants to say it, he'll say it right exactly. No, exactly, but February 11th she died.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
She was absolutely beautiful, and
because I see her like on the left side right here. Because when he popped up, it was almost like he was familiar to me, like I knew him or something. And then all of a sudden, I see this woman on the left side of me. And usually, when I see left side, I can see people that have passed away, right?
And she last night, and she said something to me, and I had to tell you, Tim, and I can't remember. I fell asleep.
Oh no! So,
I know. I hate that. Oh my gosh! I'll have to remember it.
And so I keep on seeing her arm. I don't know why I seen her arms and her veins. I just keep on seeing that. And then also a little dog, some dog around her. But yeah, I just kept on seeing a picture as soon as I seen him in the room. I was like,
she was going to be a reader on this show, because Tim is going to be.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
so she's going to probably still come through and read
I
through
feel
it.
her today for the first time. I feel her. I felt her I felt her last night, but I feel her today first time at one of our shows.
Huh. I don't know. I just had seen something to do with her arm. I keep on
Yes.
seeing.
Tim just said she had surgery on her wrist.
Did she have like a blood clot? I don't know. I'm seeing like something to do with blood. Like her blood wasn't clotting or something, or I don't know. I'm getting something to do with her blood.
He's not sure.
Oh, okay. That's pretty, I'm sorry for your loss. I mean, that's hard when you lose somebody that you love. And you guys were universally connected in many ways, I feel like. But who's the dog around her? Was she like a lover of pets? Because I see like,
Yes.
well, I think I might see 2 dogs.
Absolutely beautiful. She's like an angel. She's just so beautiful.
Yeah, wait, and she feels like she was really young, so I don't feel like it wasn't even her time really, but
no.
But I just feel like there was a lot of unresolved healing that had to happen with her, as in like, you know, rejections and abandonment feelings, and just not feeling like she belonged here too. But yeah, I just am getting a lot of different things from her. Like there was a lot of unresolved things that she needed to work on, but instead she was putting a Band-Aid on it, kind of thing. Maybe.
Someone's crying because someone's making me cry. It's either an angel, Tim's crying, or someone's crying. Oh, Tara's crying because I can feel someone crying.
Who's crying?
Laughing. I shouldn't laugh, but I can feel someone crying.
Oh.
I've just tapped into someone's energy crying.
Well, it's probably Tim because we're talking about it, right? It just happened.
Yeah, I've never felt that before.
Oh, wow.
He's not crying, but he's sad. So I might be feeling Tara crying, and that's what I first felt. But I wasn't sure. That is what I first felt. And then I thought, well, why would she be crying? Oh, okay, she's saying, she said there were so many things left unsaid. And she's crying tears because she can't, she feels sadness a lot of people are going through. And she's sad.
Well, she's definitely here, and she hasn't really crossed over to me.
No.
I feel like she's going to be the earth angel, and she's going to work through his giftings too now. She's definitely going to help him with a lot of more giftings, and it's going to be a blessing still, even though she's not here physical, but she's still here, and she's going to use her giftings, and she's going to help people that had the similar issues as she did.
I'll show you a picture of her after the show.
Okay. She has brown hair though, right? She has
like a mousy color or blonde or mousy color brown or
like a dirty blonde.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it could be blonde, mousy brown. I'll have to have a look. What was that hair too? She will always be his blessing from God. Thank you everybody for listening to our story. She's going to be very missed. One of our psychics was going to come on board, passed away, and not long ago. And dirty blonde hair she had.
Yeah, because I kind of see that. Is it shoulder length? Because I'm like.
and Krista says, "I'm sorry to send you healing." Thank you, Krista. That's lovely. We hope to have Tim on the show when he's ready.
Tim is holding it pretty good, I feel. So he's a strong person.
You know who Tim's going to kill me. Does anyone watch Bold and the Beautiful? Tim's going to kill me for saying this. He looks like Deacon from Bold and the Beautiful.
What? What?
Do you know Deacon from Bold and the Beautiful?
I don't think so.
Tim looks like him.
Oh, no. So
anyone know Deacon?
When is he going to start reading?
When soon. Soon when he's ready. Hopefully soon. I think it'll be soon. It'll be good for it. Good for you too.
Yeah, because
Part of you, help you mourn. Help you get through it being around a lot of mediums and psychics in your audience. Helping you.
Right. So I got one of my oracle cards up. It's called the Warriors with the Warriors, if you could see that one. So that's one of the warrior cards with the shield of faith.
That's awesome.
This one here is the window of opportunity in spring season harvesting. So it's the window, and you're going down the highway. I don't know if you could see it, but that one's pretty hard to see.
Oh, I like the colors though that are coming through on what I can see.
So it's like a straight highway with a window of opportunity opening. And sunflowers have such a beautiful meaning to it, because they are like the son of God, kind of thing. And then they also produce seeds. So lots of seeds that you've harvested, So this card is really awesome. And then the fall season of change, the ancient gates going down the highway, also with the pumpkins, the harvesting, the harvest.
Your tarots, when I looked at a couple, everyone, when I read them, they're the very first tarot cards I've ever felt such an amazing energy to, and I loved reading them. Oh my gosh. They are just so amazing to read. And I also want to say, if anyone wants to subscribe and win a prize, hit the prize wheel link above the video stream. You can win a prize at our website. But I can't wait to have the cards here with me.
So this one is the sword.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The sword in the book has no words on it. So that is that to me is like new beginnings in your life, and you're writing your own, like you're coming from karma to dharma. So you're entering into a new phase, a brand new change in your life. And then also you have the ancient scroll underneath the sword of the spirit. So
what I saw when I saw that card you just showed me?
What did you think of it?
I saw a sword going through a Bible. Someone has broken a commandment.
Oh, really? So yeah, you could get whatever.
That's I read that card.
That's why I was thinking about, because everybody writes the books and stuff like that, but I'm just going to be minimal, because I really think that people need to use their intuition and what they get from the pictures alone, because you could get it from the pictures. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe putting a couple words on there that they can go off of, and then whatever they go off, you know what I mean?
They're amazing to read.
So I'm definitely going to keep it simplicity. I was going to go way out and write a whole bunch of things on it, but I'm not.
No, too much. Less is more.
Yeah. So in the book, I'm going to have colored pictures in the book, and and then like which essential oils or what prayer altars and all that stuff. I'm thinking, or maybe I'll add that later on. I could just do the simple book right now. So simplicity is always the best, I feel. But yeah. So
you're a star in the making, Toni.
Huh?
You're a star in the making.
I'm a star.
You're a star in the making.
Well, I sure hope that I make it here pretty soon, because I'm halfway done with life. I'm 51. Just like,
doesn't matter. You don't even look your age.
I'm just like, I'm halfway down.
Oh, no, that's bullshit. You know it. You've got a young soul, but you've got an ancient soul. But forever young, like you've got that's why you're so beautiful naturally, and you've aged so gracefully, because your soul's beautiful.
So well, it could be that, or people always say, well, I lived in Alaska for years, so it preserved me.
It's a bit of a mixture, isn't it?
Because, Alaska's pretty cold, so it keeps a lot of people young.
Carries their age well? Sure. Well, the last picture I saw of her, she looked pretty good.
So what did Teresa? Oh, so Teresa's here, and then Tim said what? Not sure who that is.
He needs a bit of a push to get on the show.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He needs to step out of his comfort zone and get to moving.
Yeah, come on. It's about time.
So, I mean, it took me a long time to go and start doing lives because I was like, well, how do I do what I do live? You know, because I'm so used to doing it in person because I had a healing spa for 3 years. And then I would see people, but and I was like, oh, I don't like to look at myself. I don't want to, you know, I was my worst critic. And then I was like, okay, so then that's when I started investing into some touchstone cards, and they were very foreign to me. It was so hard to use those from being just intuitive, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it was like something that Source was definitely pushing me to go forward, to get out of my comfort zone, because we have a lot to offer people and they're waiting to be helped. And so it took me like a good couple of years, and then I finally just started doing it. I was like, whatever, let's try and see if I could do energy healing remotely, you know?
Yeah. Say that my dog barking. I have the spirit coming through. You don't need to reply to this, what I'm going to say to you, Toni.
Oh, you okay?
You know, one more person that's aged beautifully, that this, the afterlife want to say, is Stevie Nicks.
Oh, Stevie Nicks.
And you don't have to comment, you don't have to say anything, but Spirit wanted to put that out there and say, because she has the soul of a goddess. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
And she has a beautiful soul, so she's aged gracefully. She's a good example of someone that's aged gracefully. I don't even know her age, but I've been following her since I was like 13. And I'm not going to say my age. But I love her, but the afterlife wanted to say she's another woman that's aged gracefully.
I lived by her. I lived by her in Texas.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to say that. That I like. So if you practice black magic, I've been told this by someone that has practiced black magic. It ages you. It changes your, it changes your soul. So, and your soul can change your make, how you look. It's like the drug ice. Ice changes the way you look. So if you practice black magic, you look like a horrible witch. You look horrible.
Right.
And so your soul shows to people, especially to psychics. We can see someone that does it.
Yeah, and also if they're working with dark source, or they have no idea if they have cords still on them, even though they do their whole ceremonies and stuff like that. It doesn't always work. That's why you have to go to another spiritual person who you could definitely trust for a clearing after your like mediumships or stuff like that. Make sure that your portals are closed. Or another thing too is to make sure that you're completely healed up of anything that the dark thing can try to, as in landing strips. I look at it as like a landing strip. So if you don't have that healing, or if you're still doing things, or things that you haven't dealt with, like your shadow work, your shadow side, I believe that the double ugly, I call it double ugly, likes to use those as landing strips and drains you completely. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they need to make sure that they are directly working from the right source, because sometimes they don't. So
Chris is saying she gets messages, but she's too hesitant to say them.
Well, she needs to definitely get out there, not hesitant, because it's not you. You need to step away from your soul and let spirit come through you to give these messages to somebody. That it's very important, So just believe and trust that it's source working through you. It's not you, right? Right, Krista? So write it down, or this is a crazy story.
Yeah.
I don't know this lady that source came to me in a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to go and bless this woman's womb. I was like, okay. So the next day I seen that lady at a service that we were going to. And I went up to her and I said, I got a dream about you and I'm supposed to pray for you to have a baby. Okay. And she's like, oh, I can't have babies. That's ridiculous. I was like, well, I was told that you were going to have a boy. And she's like, oh, I just adopted a boy. And I was like, well, can you just let me do what I'm supposed to do? Because Source wanted me to do it. So I did it. And guess what? She got pregnant a month later and she had a boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can predict pregnancies too.
Oh yeah. I could see when the baby's coming too. Like I could see when the baby's coming. But only when God wants me to do it though. Sometimes I'm not supposed to, you know. Sometimes we can't get in the way of what Source or Spirit wants us to stay away for. Sometimes we can't get in the way. But that was like an example. So if you get things like that, Krista, you need to deliver it because you don't know. Sometimes we don't know why, but that person's been waiting for something. So just trust in yourself, love yourself, and know that you are a powerful woman and that you carry that beautiful gifting within you, and not to hesitate. Don't second guess that small, still voice within you, because it's actually not your voice, it's Spirit.
Do you know what? Toni, I've got a message for you. I want to set up. I'm going to write it to you first to see if I can. It's a message from a Spirit.
Okay.
Something. I know something about you it's a beautiful thing, but I'm going to ask you if I can say it. Let me just type it to you.
Oh, you're going to type it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I felt a pain in my chest, and then the name Jerry popped in my head. Just now or just before? So if you had that and you don't know who that person is, then you put your hand on your chest and start praying for either healing or any kind of infirmities. And say, and I pray for this Jerry, if this is whoever this person is. Sometimes the Spirit won't show you who that person is either, but you get that at home. That means you're in your prayer warrior closet and that you're doing some secret energy healing on this person.
So I sent you a message. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I do definitely. Yep.
I just had Spirit say. Am I allowed to say that? To share that?
Yeah. A lot of people say that I am I'm one of the galactic beings.
You actually can channel alien.
Oh, I can channel.
You're getting messages.
I probably do.
You're not aware, but you are getting messages. You get ringing in your ear, huh?
A lot of them. Yeah, I get like an inner one and a higher one, and then I get like an elevator feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
do you remember your abduction? Because you have been taken out and brought back.
Yeah. So I don't want to create. Okay. So I have tags.
Am I allowed to talk about that or not?
They're not bad tags. I thought that they were bad at first, and I kept on trying to pick them out and pick them out.
What are you talking about?
Oh, some people say that there's bad ones, there's bad tags, and then there's bad aliens. So there is some that are not good, but the ones that I'm with are these 3 ones. I was visited by 3 different beings next to my bed in Arizona in 2008, I think, or before that too. I was also visited too in Wasilla, Alaska in 2005.
Yeah.
So but I have these 3 cute ones, these cute alien looking beings.
Yeah.
But I have tags in my thumbs, my palms. So I have like different tags in there, and some of on my feet.
Yeah. Yeah. But I just think bringing in it. Look, people can have, what is it called? Bringing in is such a tea.
What is that?
What do you call ringing in the ears again? There's no cure for it, but there's white noise. You can get white noise for it. Not tendon, tinnitus.
Oh yeah, people say it's tinnitus, but I don't have that.
No, but doctors can't heal it. There's no cure. There's no medication you can take. And I'm not allowed to, there is one thing God's put on the earth that does help. I'm not allowed to say that. But everyone watches Pretty Smart can work out what I'm talking about. But
I don't really mind. I mean, I don't get bothered by them.
And there's also like your diet can help with it. But what I want to say, the ringing you get in your ears is something else. I know, and a lot of people get it. I feel a lot of people have been abducted by aliens and brought back, and there's something to do with the ringing in the ears. I can't put my finger on it, but it's something that will be exposed in the future. That's one of my predictions. But you can have problems with your eardrums. I'm not saying it's everyone, but I feel that a lot of people feel. I'm not saying I do, but a lot of people have told me they feel that they have had something a chip in their ear. I've had a lot of people tell me that, and they get the ringing.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm like close to like the hollow world, the hollow people.
Yeah. Well, Krista gets the ringing too. She said.
What's that?
Krista said she gets ringing too in the ears.
Yeah, I do get a lot of downloads when that happens too. Like today, for some reason, my whole body is vibrating and it won't stop. It's like massive energy going through it.
Who knows what's going on? Who knows what God is doing and what aliens are doing? Who knows what the F is going on? I tell you now, the world's going to the shit.
What happens if we start shape-shifting and then we come out with our true look?
Right, but I just want to say there is a big turnaround coming. God is not going to let the world go as what a lot of people think. It is going to the shit, but it is going to be saved. Something's going to happen.
Krista said, what's hollow? It's the hollow people, hollow world.
Yeah, explain that.
They live underneath us. They live in the hollow world.
Yeah, I know about them, but explain to the people that don't know.
You know what Mount Shasta is, right?
Yeah, I'll leave you with the audience. I'll be back.
I don't know too much about the hollow world. All I know is that I've been there, I've seen it, and there's different tribes. They look like the people that dress up on Star Wars, you know, their outfits kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like they're Hispanic looking outfits, and they have white hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, a lot of them. But then there's other tribes too that have the dark hair and dark eyes, but they all are separate, you know, and it's like a huge, beautiful place it's pure oxygen. It's like everything's pure there, the pureness and the love. And so we, you know, definitely would like to have them come and save all of us. But yeah, I think I'm connected there too, connected to the hollow people, the hollow world, and then the galactic. So I believe that I have had so many different lives, I believe. That I have different facets of different things from different planetaries in the hollow earth, and then also sent from the golden age, the age to come kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I got like different things. I can't say I'm from one galactic star being. There's no way.
Toni, you are a story to be told. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm a huge story.
You've got a story, like a roller coaster story, your life. Roller coaster ride. I see ups, really high ups, and then I see downs.
Yeah. And another thing too is I could feel the energies off of the earth, and I channel that too. So I have to go down for a couple days. And then sometimes when I do healing on people, sometimes it actually I manifest their stuff. Like it sometimes goes through me. Not all the time, but when it does, I'm like, I get overloaded, you know?
Yeah, like before when I felt the crying. I felt that her crying. I knew it was her. I just wasn't sure, but
yeah, it was
crying. I don't usually feel that, so it nearly made me cry. I had to stop myself crying on live.
Yeah, well, they some people say that's like an empath thing, but I think it's more than an empath.
Yeah, I've never felt it that strong before. And Dante is here. He, hello, loves. He says he's one of our psychics. Going to be starting with us soon.
Hello, Elo loves. Oh,
yes, Dante. Also, I'm moving house, so behind me looks absolute crap. But if you look at Tony's background, it looks awesome. But everyone I'm moving, there is stuff everywhere behind me. I haven't got my background set up, and I accidentally packed away my stuff for the background that's not here.
I don't really see anything. What's in your background?
Like just my clothes, and I need to put my green screen up. I've got the material. I need to get that set up, my green screen.
Yeah, it's fun because you could do anything you want in the background.
Oh yeah, look, I'll be, I don't know, a beach or something. Oh no, a castle. A castle.
Yeah, you could put a castle or anyway, so tonight I decided just to do the holographic body. You can't see the body. I need to put it over here or over here so so people can see what I do, as in, what is holographic 5D energy healing. I just wanted to kind of like have something to point to. It's like going into a 5D X-ray machine and seeing color, seeing everything, seeing your cells and your T cells and B cells, your thymus, your heart, your lungs, the hair follicles of all that. It's another world when you go inside of somebody's body. It's almost like, when you go into the sea and you see the fish, kind of those weird looking fishes that have the tentacles and all that stuff on it. Ooh! But yeah, so holographic is that. It goes multi-dimensional 5D, and that's when I do some extreme different energy healing on people. And energy healing is not just for pain or it's for emotions and traumas, or your whatever you brought here from your past life, a soul tear, a soul tie, generational, ancestral, also cords, and why can't you meet this love of your life or your twin flame? We clear you out. So I do a lot of high frequency. I do another one. It's called biofrequency, vibrational tuning, healing, clearing. So we clear. I completely clear somebody of all these in the cords and reformat their DNA so their clock is starting now, or their karmic stuff. But then I have to get down to the root causes. And so I do the biofield scan, and then I do the multi-dimensional 5D energy healing. So it's layers. It's just layers. It gets to the root of things, and we find out what is going on. It's a beautiful experience, and people actually feel stuff, and they're like, "Oh, that's weird." So it's like, they completely are like, that feels weird. I can't believe I just felt that. Or, or they feel like something's on their skin. I think that's just the energy, the negative energy I'm dissolving and removing from you. Just give it a second, and so I work through the whole body, and it's just amazing the experience that people have. I bring them up to the cosmos. They feel like they're floating afterwards, or they feel like they say stoned or something. It's just everybody has a fabulous, intense experience. So oh yeah, let me see the comments. Everyone has their own style. Y'all both look great. Thank you, Dan. Oh, and Tim says, I see holographic with eyes. It's kind of reminds me of sonar radar, kind of. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Some people can see the hologram, and some people can't. But it's one of the giftings that I have. It's so funny because I have 16-year-old that comes to me sometimes, and he was shy at first, but now he don't care because he says, oh, well, forget it, Mom. She can see through my body, so she knows what I look like, you know, kind of thing. So it's funny. Let's see. I have a private reading to get to. Okay, blessings to you. Thank you for coming. Blessings for your session. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I do is I do the multidimensional holographic stuff. My bio-intuitive readings are very intense too. I usually don't ask somebody anything. I'd rather have them not tell me anything because I like to work direct with source. So if you come to me for a reading, I tell them not to say anything to me. And then I do a quick scan like this, and I go over the energy fields, and then it's your matrix, it's your map. And so I could definitely see what's going on with relationship or for the now, or if there's something happened when you were younger, as in trauma, or physical pain. If you have physical pain, we get to the memory cells of that. But yeah, for the intuitive reading, I can basically tell you what you came from, what you're going through now, what is your lesson, and what is your outcome. And then I ask them, is there anything that you wanted to come for this reading for that I did not get? And they're no. Oh, nope, you basically got it, everything I wanted to know. So that's how you know, to me, is when you're working direct with source and not having to get any people ask for questions, and I don't like that because I don't want to go off of my soul. I want to go directly from source. I do use touchstones, so I do use different cards. These are touchstones. These are my galactic light star cards here, and I do use these for touchstones. So I actually pick from different decks, and then after the reading, I get confirmation from exactly what I just gave a reading for. So it's just a confirmation, basically. So that's the only reason why I use those. A lot of people use cards, and like I said in the beginning, they were very foreign to me. So it was hard for me to understand cards. But like I said, I like to do the reading first, and then I use those for confirmation. Oh, Jeanette Taylor, hi, how are you? Beautiful. Hi, Rose. Priscilla says, loving the topics today, learning a lot. It's awesome. Yeah. Tori, if I ever want to book with, Tony, if I ever want to book with you, do I have a personal page? Do you have a personal page? I do have personal pages, and I'm on Online Psychics on there too. So you actually, they're about to open up a new section for what I do, and I'm excited for that to open up for my healing abilities. And also I have the other side where I do intuitive readings. But yeah, Toni The Global Healer is globally known, so it's not too hard to find. Not too hard to find me. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, these cards are really awesome. They're the Galactic Light Star cards that I like to use. That's just one of them, So, and it's hard to see because of the camera. Look at see-through. Look, it's doing holographics. See? My cards are even doing that. That's freaky. But yeah, I use a different decks. You can't see them. See-through decks. Wow, that's so weird. Can you see my hand? Can you see? It didn't do it through my hand. But anyways, yeah, so these cards, and I usually go and read from my my archangels, although I don't really speak to a lot of archangels, but people love the archangels, so I use it for the clients. For me, I go directly to source, and I work with different ranking angels, holy angels. I have a queen angel that hangs out with me a lot. So yeah, I work with my queen angel that's been with me every lifetime, I think, or where I came from. And I work with Christ. I work with Christ energy and God energy, source, spirit. I don't have any guides. I don't believe. I've never haven't spoke to them or felt them or anything like that. Maybe when I was younger, I seen them. But do you know that each time you graduate with your giftings and you move up higher, as in, you know, moving up higher, that you get you get a set of new guides. So you don't have the same set through your whole life. So when you move up higher in your ascension, you get new ones that help you with that. And then you move up and you get another ones. But I haven't seen mine or talked to mine or felt any for years. So maybe it's because I don't need them or something. I don't know. But I just have the angels that are around me ever since I had my near-death experiences and all. I feel like they live inside me. And then there's angels, or lots of angels around me. Kids love to, they stare at me in the store, you know. Some kids draw pictures of all these angels and said that they've seen these all around me. So it's pretty intense. I love to work with children from the age of 5 years old up to, you know, at least 12, to help them develop their giftings, to help them find their giftings, or just help them in general. And it's amazing. And then also working with children and finding out they know who they were in their past life, and helping the parents understand things. So I wish I had a classroom online with these beautiful children to help them develop their healing giftings and their they have some amazing giftings. So they've been sent. I think they're called the rainbow children, the newer ones that are coming to Earth now, and they have a different DNA system. And so they're pretty awesome. Those are some amazing healers that are sent here for everybody. We used to have children lay hands and do healing on the grown-ups in our healing spa, and we've seen some amazing things. So we got the kids going with learning their healing abilities, and it was just a beautiful experience. But yeah, so they would draw pictures, and then they would say the angels are all around me. Or this one little girl came into the healing spa. She said, "Angels, angels," and she would crawl down the whole hallway, looking up at she's like, "They're angels," you know, all over the place. I wish I had a healing spa again so that we can have that. Doing that all over again, it would be so beautiful. Tim says, "I like those cards." Yes, I could see your hand. Yeah, it's because I was freaking out because the cards were see-through. Do you see that? You could see through them, but you couldn't see through my hand. So I was like, okay. Didn't know that about guides. Yes, so a lot of people don't realize that with their guides is that you get a set when you're young, and then when you learn how to do your giftings and what to do, they help you and guide you and direct you. And then when you go and you graduate higher up, then you get a different one. So, and if you feel like your guides are not doing anything, then you could ask God to send you ones that can help you. I want to exchange. I want to have an upgrade with different guides that are going to help me. So you could do that too. So Priscilla, you can do it. I wish I could do that. Well, you don't know what you can do. You have to get deep down inside and see what we could do as activations. The activations to, when people get sessions with me, they get bits and pieces of what I do. All of a sudden their eyes were open and now they're seeing things, or they're seeing angels. So it's called impartation, I guess that's what you would say. So yeah, I mean, you never know, Priscilla. I mean, you got to, let's see, my 3-year-old has seen his brother's dad who passed. Whenever he sees him, he says, Dad. Aw. Yeah, because you know what? It's like this. It's called childlike faith. And we got to keep, as little children, and they are so innocent, these children. They haven't been polluted by teachers or teaching and man and all that stuff. And they're just wide open. They're pure souls. And that's why I always try to tell people is to keep that childlike faith within you, bringing that inner child out. Don't be too grown up sometimes, because it gets in the way of that childlike faith, that childlike healing abilities. You know what I mean? Because man just pollutes everything. So it's just so just let that inner child come out, be that joy, be that peace, enjoy life as that little 3-year-old, so the 3-year-old can see, yes, they're wide open. And then until they get to an age of understanding is when things change. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we always need to start, I always say, die into our ego, keeping your cup completely empty. Always, just keeping that childlike faith and not getting in the way. So eventually I'm going to be able to help teach people how to heal like I do. I was just born with this and then came back from near-death experiences. But the most important thing to learn how to do is to step away from your soul and go into an empty space where you don't talk to anything, you don't do anything, you just are completely beside yourself. And then that's how source can work through you, as if you get away from the wheel and not try to control the situation or think about the situation. So just being in that empty space, being up in the universal area. I go to the 13th levels to go up like an elevator to the 13 floors, get into the whole galactic side and the empty space. And that's how I'm used. And everybody's completely different at the time of sessions. So everybody has a completely different experience. So what did she say? Hold on a second. Hello, Wendy. So yeah, so just work with Tara, work with your beautiful 3-year-olds and keep that innocence and keep that gifting going, because we eventually cut it off. I think it's at age 7 years old, and it kind of like fades away. But if you keep it active and encourage them, so encourage him to, your 3-year-olds, encourage her or him to embrace it and exercise it, that person will grow up. Your child will grow up to being a very beautiful, open channel. At first, it scared him. He ran up the stairs, dropped his crackers. Now he just says hi. Yeah, it does sometimes. Wendy's beautiful. Wendy's a beautiful soul. Tara, it does. It just, at first it does scare you. I was completely scared when I was young. I would see the dark stuff at first, and then I would see the light stuff. Being visited by angelic beings and galactic beings and these dark source spirits that were not so good. They were trying to scare. So yeah, so it will scare anybody, like, at first. So it's a normal response. But if it's a dark energy and they're scared, then that means they're seeing the wrong side. And so we need to be able to help them and understand how to close that off so that they are not going to be manipulated or tortured for their giftings by these dark beings that have no right over our children. You are correct. I've tried going to people to help me, but they hold info from me or don't want to teach me, but frustrating. Well, that's very frustrating. They don't have the right to hold anything back from what you're supposed to know, unless spirit says that it's not time for you. For instance, for me, it's like, don't get in my, I would hear God say, don't get in the way of this, Toni. There's some kind of a lesson that person needs to go through. So, but I would say that, they're not giving me information for a reason, because they're saying that there's something that you need to learn or develop in a situation right now. But yeah, that's pretty, they shouldn't hold back any information. If they get information that's not good, and then don't want to teach you, that's, maybe they just are not the right ones to do that. Maybe you're supposed to find another person that is able to help you develop or teach you, give you some tools to help you grow. If you're hungry and you want to go that way, your avenue. But yeah, most definitely, not every reader or every healer or every person might not be the person for you, if that makes sense. Sometimes it's about timing and synchronicity also. So like, you might get distracted from that person or that person, but don't give up, because you have somebody that's coming specially for you from source. Okay. Most definitely coming to you to give you the things that you need to know, or to help you activate, or to help you, develop. So it's just the right timing, the right person. Don't give up. That's all I got to say. That person just was not for you, or that persons were not for you. That persons were not the ones to teach you, or the timing was off, or synchronicity. So yeah. I feel spirit, but do not see him. He saw him like he was standing there. I had to ask him to find out who he was seeing. I showed him a picture, and he said, yes, that's who he saw. I told him not to be afraid. Okay, so that's good. So you're actually sitting there developing. Yeah, so I feel spirit, but do not see them. Okay. So yeah, so people can feel, or they could see, there's a lot of, you're a very a gifted person, Tara. You have a lot of things that from energy healing to, healing yourself and acknowledging what your giftings are, just getting them and not being afraid, because I feel like your mind is a little bit of afraid to see, like you're not sure if you want to or you do. So it's like, you got to come to that conclusion where, okay, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm just going to go with it, and I'm just going to use it. So yeah, so I feel like you're kind of like in between, you're at a fork, and but I'm pretty sure everybody has these giftings. It's just not being afraid of the giftings, acknowledging the giftings and saying, yes, I want to do these giftings. But anyways, yeah, so you're right now, I think it's just that you're going through a healing phase in your life and trying to figure out how to get better healed. And then after that, all your giftings should start manifesting more so if you let it. It's all up to you if you let it. I feel spirit, but do not. Okay, so I got that one. And that's good that you're with your child and understanding this, because a lot of parents come to me because they don't know how to help their children. They don't want to put them on these medications that the doctors want to put them on, because the doctors don't acknowledge that they are giftings, and they're not medical stuff. So Ritalin or whatever that stuff is called, doctors just like to kind of numb children with. So yeah, I would never put any kind of medicine because it's blocking their abilities. And so a lot of parents come to me and asking me for guidance and helping. And then also I help both of them together. And so then they go from there, and it's a good thing. Priscilla says, I think I need to learn discipline. Yeah, discipline on yourself. Very true. Just not sure of myself yet. Yeah, you just need to get more confidence. You need to get more confidence of yourself. You need to know that you are a warrior. Know that you that this spirit that's channeling through you is true. Not to second guess it. Not to think it's your own voice or whatever, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. So you just need to get out of the way and let spirit use you, and not doubt yourself. So healing that shadow side that keeps you away from doing what you're supposed to do. You know what? I think this sparkling water makes you more dry. I don't know. It seems like it just makes you more dry. But yeah, so that is what I've talked about. If anybody would like to book a reading with me, go to the website and do that. So I'll be available and ready. I think that our time is up now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what I want to, we were having a $35 special on here, but we can do a 30-minute session after the show, or 1 hour, depending on what you want. If you want a reading or a healing, the healing things will soon be up pretty soon. But I'll be able to do it in the session tonight if you want to book for an hour or a 30-minute intuitive reading, and then an hour for healing. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. So it was a kind of a blessing. I mean, not kind of. It was a blessing to come on here and talk about all these things that just got brought out of me to talk about. And hope that I helped everybody, and hope that you guys learned a lot, I guess, tonight. So
It was a great show.
Yeah, it was a very great show, and blessings to you all, and be sending lots of healing and love to you and your family, and protection, and just know that we're going to get through this pretty soon, and everything will kind of go back the same. I'm not totally sure everything will go back to the same, but we'll have a lot more knowledge of this experience.
Yeah, true.
Says thank you for message from Tara. Oh, you're very welcome. And also, is that from you, Kat? Priscilla, you're very welcome. And Teresa, have a great night too. And Tara, blessings to you. Love and light to you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.